instantly 3 DTs coming out right now.
Yeah, sending 2 over here to the left and 1 up north to the third base.
Let's
Do
see
we
what
have
he
any
can get
overseers?
done.
I don't see
2 are making right now. 2 are making. He zones out that prism. Look at the split of DTs. He might. Oh my God! Good drone running.
Yeah.
Right now, very few drones are actually mining. 5 kills thus far. Not too bad.
He's slowed down mining quite a bit. He does kill that DT in the main. That one's almost always going to die, though. And he can always try to pop out here through the warp prism when the roaches and the overseers finally catch up. So 8 drone kills.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That is not bad. None too shabby.
No. Dry up resource-wise. So we're going to have that push come out now. Now let's watch and make sure that the Ravagers don't pick off this warp prism, because that's the easiest way to just eliminate the progression of this rush.
All right, so Charge is on the way. He only has 2 Stalkers. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, considering that he went for a quick blink upgrade, I don't know what 2 Stalkers with blink is going to do. The creep.
Now look at this. He sees the Spire and he sees the Hive. So he actually has, like, he knows exactly when Guardians are going to, or Broodlords are going to be up. And I feel like that is really, really good for him. He knows the kind of range he has right now to get ready for that.
And this might allow him to fit some kind of a time in here. Now, here's the 5th Nexus. This is going to be interesting. I mean, is this safe to do? I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think
guess
so.
There's no real way for Zerg to effectively attack across the map with the composition that Protoss has right now. There's a Nydus starting.
Oh my God, 3 Stargates coming up. Oh, the Nydus as well.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. Yeah, well, he does have +2 melee coming up, so the probes are it's gonna be open season on him, you know? It's gonna be hard to keep your economy actually going with speed veins running around.
Yeah.
All right, good catch there.
Okay, these links coming in here, most definitely this Nexus will need to be canceled.
Okay, so
and it is.
Good force cancel there. Trying to kill an Archon with the shield battery, powering it up. It's gonna take a bit, but does end up getting it. Looks like he is starting to attack a little bit. Oh, another drop coming down.
Oh!
Yeah,
Shuts that down. Here comes a push over here. Excellent storm. The Lings are going to be pulled back. It's going to be a difficult angle for Rogue to try to defend here. You can see that between the force fields and the storms, it's just hard to actually get across. And he pops off the hatchery. Great attack here by Trap.
Yeah, look at this. This is nice. He's trying to get some other harassments done, but just the fact that he killed a hatchery is very, very good. He does have that fleet beacon about to finish. Oh, that is a ballsy Nydus if I ever saw one. Looks like it will not be finishing, though. Now, Broods are coming out. Pathogen Glands on the way, while Trap goes into Carriers. All right, he sees the Broodlords.
So, with the Broodlords out, although this gives the Zerg a lot of muscle in a fight when the Broodlords are there, it also allows an opportunity for the Protoss player to try to avoid this. He barely gets that warp in there. But this is so many units. I think he still might be able to break this and get in.
Well,
oh, man.
I mean, I guess nice that he got that up, but he's taking damage all over the place right now. Look at this, just rolling right through at the moment.
And with the minerals and gas that already have been acquired here by Rogue, he can easily remake this army. So he's basically causing a lot of damage and a lot of destruction to the infrastructure here inside the main and other areas here for Trap. While still basically being in perfectly good shape. He's safe from a counterattack.
I'll tell you what, Tasteless, he doesn't want to remake those units. Those units are garbage now, and he knows it. And he is refilling right now with drones, infestors, and broodlords and queens.
And Rogue continues to grow. Now note the, the gas that's banked up here for Rogue. This number is going to get higher and higher and higher here. And one thing about Broodlord Infestor is you can usually trade so efficiently with them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't lose any units at all. The combination of fungal and then not just the damage of the Broodlings, but the fact that they occupy space.
Block everything.
Yeah, they get in the way of stuff.
And you can knurl anything that's scary up at the front. I mean, there's so many things that you're doing as the Zerg player there. But the fact that Trap has steered the game into this position, he never really pulled the trigger saying, oh crap, he's getting there. Instead, he threw down Stargates and started making carriers. So I feel like he has some level of confidence against this.
Yeah, he's opted to navigate this into the end game where initially today we were coming in here with the expectation that he would have to play around end game. Instead, he's fully embraced it. Lots of Infested Terrans chucked out over here.
Look at this cool move, too. He has that Nydus up just in case he can run away with those Infestors. Yeah, well, he throws up so many Infested Terrans. Doesn't look like he'll quite get the Nexus, though, huh?
Despite I should say, not just because of the disposable units. It's the fact that the Infestors are trading energy while you're losing, the Protoss is losing things that cost minerals and gas.
Yeah.
Even if it's a few pylons.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot of Infested Terrans going up here once again.
And look at this. He'll probably take out a cannon, maybe a robo.
Yeah. Just taking out anything is really, really worthwhile with that. As long as you get your Infestors home and they recharge. You know, you're just gaining value over time.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not easy for the Protoss to try to prevent this either. Look at this. He's going to get one of the robos.
Now, to be fair, what he's killed so far is not like the most expensive stuff, right? A robo's not that expensive.
Right.
Kills a pylon, kills a couple cannons. We haven't seen that many probes die. We haven't seen Nexuses blowing up all over the place or anything yet. So, Trap's not in trouble yet.
Yeah. The problem is I don't see an easy out here.
Yeah.
Now, this is actually a pretty good engagement. He's going to take out that Nydus, and then he can kill these Ravagers. But again, Ravagers are not really what you even need in the late game. So this is really Rogue trying to find some effective way to use these units. Because when you have games that go into extreme... Oh, my God. Now, here's what's funny. If you keep doing this, the Protoss 100% is going to die eventually. You are just losing too much. Look at this. Now the Interceptors are getting shot down.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Look at those Interceptors.
Yeah.
Now the Immortal Storm comes up to fight them, tries to kill them off right before they die anyways.
Yep. And they all eventually...
You should pop them back through the Nydus. Let them die at home.
Don't the Infested Terrans like shoot themselves or something when they die if you zoom in?
I believe they do.
Yeah.
I believe you're right.
It's like super dark.
Yeah, it is. Just in case. You're not likely to see Ultras this game, but sometimes the games get very weird and it switches back into gateway tech later if you do a full army trade. So it's cool that he's spending these little amounts of money to have everything ready.
By the way, I want to point out we're seeing a Nydus used in a way that we've actually almost never seen before. The Nydus is oftentimes used for the Infestors to escape in. The Infestors will actually roam into the main, set out, and then try to go back out the other way.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's used a lot of energy here, right? So the counterattack is occurring.
Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah, that's really weird.
It's
Please heal your Nexus!
Look at this.
You can save it! No! Well, he tried to do the counterattack. Didn't quite get it done. The Neural's catching a couple Archons there.
I feel like we're seeing Trap's base just begin to rot.
Well, you're certainly seeing that.
It's just, things are...
That's a fact.
Over time, just going to deteriorate. And Rogue is going to go unpunished here. Now, both players have quite a bit of money in the bank, but it's Rogue who's maxed out, whereas Trap is about 166 supply. He also is, his infrastructure is suffering so much, I'm not sure he can remake the units that he probably needs here, specifically things like Robo units and Stargate units.
Yeah, well, you're definitely right about that. He's losing all of his infrastructure. My God, it's never ending, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, well, don't worry. Trap's getting observer speed.
Okay, well, that's his one out, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, look at this. There's been so much loss on the Protoss side of the map. And some late games, it's easy to tally simply by seeing who's lost what. You say, okay, all the minerals, all the resources that you mined, that you gathered through that game, you weren't able to effectively use. And by the way, this is such a conservative game here by Rogue.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is just... It's
Nothing
funny
to see here.
Okay, so he just stole an Oracle and then tagged the Protoss army with it. Wow. He's just doing all the things tasteless.
Okay, more Immortals dying.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go again. We've seen this before. And again, the damage output, it's so difficult to address. He's going to recall his army back here. Now he's using his Psy Storms to get rid of units that only cost energy. Oh!
There you go. There you go. Oh, wow. Very cool. Okay, so that's what he was doing with the Prisms.
Yeah.
Flying around with his disruptors to try to catch the retreating Infestors. It's a really cool idea. All right, the Masslings in the main base killing so much right now.
Now, even though he killed those Infestors, as far as I can tell in this game, it does appear that Trap is going to eventually fizzle out.
Yeah, his bank is getting very, very low.
It's harder to expand out.
Yeah. He's got mostly gas, so I expect that we're going to start seeing more and more Archons, but what is that going to do? Is that going to be enough? And then he throws out the Infested Terran. He's like, oh, I hope he comes back here.
It was so weird. That looked so weird when he did that.
I'm going to steer that near my hatch. He's like, oh, thank you. Warps in some DTs. Let's go.
Okay, big assault over here on the mothership.
We got it. Throw down a time warp.
Get it.
No. Infested Terran's a good unit, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. That's one way to kill a Prism.
I mean, just a few years ago.
Well, he's playing it differently than we normally see.
Yeah.
A lot of the time when ZVP gets to this stage, Zerg just continually expands, moves their spores around, waits for Protoss to come in. But this is a non-stop Infested Terran onslaught.
Yeah, he just keeps barraging with Infested Terrans. The damage output is so high it obliterates everything within the range of those Infested Terrans. And, it's like we're slowly... Remember in Star Wars when the garbage compactor almost killed them all?
Yeah.
Well, this is like that, but instead of them, eventually the good guys winning, it's like they all died in the garbage compactor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a little bit like that. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so he's trying to push forward right now. These Disruptors not doing quite as much as I think he hoped. The Carriers, though, they're getting a little bit done. A lot of the Infestors used up their energy. 11 more, though, on the way, just in case we didn't have enough.
So he just backs up. Now, what is Trap actually working with here? I think he has 2 bases that he can mine from. Am I correct on that? The third is
they
mined
don't
out, right?
have that much at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. There's just like Protoss buildings on creep permanently. It's like a really bad campaign level.
Remember when Indiana Jones almost got stuck in the Temple of Doom and the thing was coming down on him?
And he grabbed his hat?
Yeah. In this version, he died there.
The thing, crushed his arms. Like, oh!
It's a hat, you idiot. The hat wasn't important.
No, you could have had another hat.
Yeah.
It's like, in fact, I have another hat at home. I don't know why I did that.
I've got several of these.
Well, I forgot my sunglasses.
Yeah.
I need something to keep the sun out of my eyes. Well, now you have one less arm to do that with, so good work.
Yeah. Hope you can use your whip left-handed, Indy. Okay, so now he's hitting the Dark Shrine. This is about as slow and as painful of a death as you could imagine. Now, maybe with a miracle happening, Trap can do something. The problem is that the income continues to rise here for Rogue. Mm-hmm. And Rogue, it does not appear, can be contested, whether that be the 9 o'clock base or what is the top right?
Yeah,
what o'clock is that? Is that...
It's all o'clock stasis.
2:45.
He's got the whole clock at this point. He's a master of time.
Yeah. And look at this. He's actually pushed out just far enough.
Those are just sitting there, too. They don't need to attack. No problem. Now, there are lots of carriers in Archons, so I mean that's why Trap is still in this game. He's going to see if he can make something happen. Okay,
the disruptor shots completely missed.
Yeah,
they went all the way through the Infestors.
Some good juking and jiving there with the Infestors. All right, now he's going to steal all those carriers. Oh my God! Psystorm's going down.
Oh my God! It's like, well, there's 3 Stalkers attacking a hatchery up there. This is GG. That's it. Rogue wins.